What advice would you give to your 11-year-old self that you didn't have back then?
Um, as maybe it wouldn't be for my 11-year-old self, maybe it would be more for like my 15-year-old self.
Okay.
Just as I was coming out of my first job, I would
Yeah.
say, because I really appreciate like the mindset I was in when I was that little and I started working. I think it was just like pure and it was organic. I will say things get trickier the longer you're in the industry. So
Hmm.
when I was about 15, when I was ending my first job, going into my second, the advice I would give to her would be, these are not my words. These are the words of Viola Davis, one of our finest, maybe our finest. I don't know.
But she's definitely up there.
And this is not verbatim, but I've had this saved and I go back to this video often. I believe the words are, beauty has nothing to do with acting. Maybe with celebrity, but not acting.
Hmm.
So, like all people that live in our world of just constant, even not actors, just constant camera and constant phone comparison and all these things. I would say, as I was turning 15, as I was becoming kind of a, a little bit of a person, I would say, you don't love acting for that side of things. And
Right.
the value of the kind of jobs you're interested in doing, the kind of work you're interested in doing has nothing to do with any of that. So save yourself years of really unkind self-talk and unhealthy behaviors. Focus on what makes the kind of work you think is great, great, which is, interesting perspectives,
Yeah.
humor, now, the charisma that comes from authenticity, hard work, work ethic, compassion, empathy, messy performances, really vulnerable performances, just being a, curious, well-rounded person generally will lead to really great work. Worry about that. I promise you all of the things concerning beauty and what you look like on camera, that that's not going to serve the kind of work that you want to do. So just relieve yourself of that burden. It's not yours to carry.
Oh, I feel like I just came out of that was amazing. That's great. I love that advice so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great.
Yeah.
Um, Looking ahead for the next 5 to 10 years, let's say, what moment do you think you'll look back and say, that's when my career changed? Like a pivotal part of your career.
Um, I feel like I kind of just had one, which I think in 5 or 10 years I still will say which was I did a movie called Turtles All the Way Down when I was about 20 years old.
I remember it well.
And that was, maybe the biggest job I had ever done in terms of like scale of its visibility.
Hmm.
And it was a job that I yearned over since I auditioned for it the first time I was 16, and
Oh,
due to scheduling things and um, the pandemic, I didn't film it until I was turning 20 on the set. So
wow.
it was pining for that role for years and years and years. And it sort of just became this low humming thing in the back of auditioning where I'd be like, turn all the way down, never coming back. Like that was just I kept checking on.
Right, right,
And
right.
it was the first time that I was playing a character that was a little bit older. I was going from playing girls that were 16 to a girl that was, no, she was still like 17. Whatever. It felt like kind of an older project. It wasn't for
Yeah,
the kiddies. It wasn't so just for like family. It was
yeah.
a little bit more wide reaching. And our topic matter was a little bit more serious. And I was getting to do comedy in a way that I had wanted to do for years. And I feel like on that set, I got to prove to myself that I could do that kind of work that I wanted to do and prove to whomever may be watching. So that shifted a lot for me. It changed some things for me behind the scenes in terms of the team that I was working with. It changed a lot of my habits as an actor and my perspective of myself as an actor. And because it was this thing that I had been waiting for that finally happened, it really felt like it ushered in kind of a new era that I'm in at the moment. Ew, sorry, I called it an era, everyone. But that feels like a
We'll
important
have to hashtag this, that, and then.
but that feels like an important turning point that I'm still sort of observing what the positive repercussions of that are. So
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
What was the director's name on that?
Hannah Marks.
Hannah Marks. We went to see her movie.
Yes, we did. We
Yeah, that's nice. I know you do. That's great. She was a great director, correct?
marvelously talented, very young. She was 27. I want to say
I,
27, 28 when she directed that, and we were 20.
I
So
know.
yes, very, very talented, also an actor herself, and was instrumental in all of that feeling so um,
Nice.
exciting, me kind of breaking into a different zone of work that I wanted to be into. So big shout out to Hannah Marks.
One quick question about directing. In the series that you're doing now, is it the same director every
No.
week? How does that work?
We have so we're block shooting, which means we're shooting two episodes at the same time. It goes about 20 days. So for each of
Wow.
those 20-day blocks, we have a new director. So we've had we're on I believe our fourth director right now, which is really interesting because
Yeah.
we talk about it a lot amongst the cast. Each director brings a really different energy to the set and to the, I'm sorry about that alarm. It's telling me that this is happening right now.
Okay.
Um, each director brings a really different energy to the set, and especially when you're kind of developing something from the ground up and you're finding what your character is slowly over the season, it's interesting to see like your progression with your confidence in your character and your take on
Hmm.
episode and how that interacts with directors' perspectives and point of views. I want to say that each director's particular style has come in at a very appropriate time. Towards the beginning, our first two directors were maybe a little bit more specific, a little bit more what's the word I want to use? I don't know, a little bit more hands-on and specific with notes, came in with a little much more structured ideas of what scenes should be
Okay.
like that. And that was, I think, for me, helpful at the beginning when we were still finding tone and developing what we wanted to be doing. And then the director that followed was a little bit more laid back, a little bit more wanting us to play and to find things, which was a good exercise in not relying so much on our directors and now
Right.
saying, all right, we're, a month, however many months into this, your characters play, kind of discover things a little bit more amongst yourselves. So something like that, I think, can be really helpful during a season.
Oh,
Um, and it's been lovely so far. We've worked with really wonderful people.
that's so great. All right, now I just have some quick fun things for you, okay?
Right.
What's a film or TV show you recently saw that inspired you? Anyway, it can be acting, it can be directing, it could be writing,
Yeah,
writing, writing.
that's a great question. I finally watched, I'm so late to this and I'm
That's okay.
embarrassed. No, I'm not embarrassed because, we all come to different art when we come to it. But I finally watched Dead Poets Society,
Oh,
starring our star, Josh Charles, who was in that
yeah,
movie. He played, I want to say Knots. I believe
I
was his name.
think it's my husband's favorite movie.
Yeah, and it was so brilliant and obviously a classic and an iconic film and
Yeah.
fucking story. And it was lovely. Yeah, I definitely reignited the a lot of the love and the passion just for art in general. And
Mm.
I'm already right now feeling so grateful and warm and gooey to be on such a lovely set on a job that I love so much. And that just sort of affirmed all of that and made it all feel all the more sparkly and warm and fuzzy. So I just adore Robin Williams. Don't we all?
Oh,
So yeah, lovely, lovely film. Hit the spot exactly.
yeah.
Recommend to anyone that hasn't seen it.
Every time I see it, it's like the first
Yeah,
time. I love that
exactly.
movie.
Me too.
If you could have lunch with any fictional character, could be from a TV show, could be from a book, anything, who would you like?
I would say maybe the butler from the 1985 Clue movie. Have you seen that movie?
You kill me. Yeah, of course.
That's my favorite movie. That's my favorite movie.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny. I used to play Clue all the time. That's
Oh
probably,
yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't
My
know.
sister and I grew up kind of watching that movie. I think my mom's mom showed us that, but it's become more and more my favorite movie. I rewatch it at least once a year just because I think that it's just my favorite kind of film. It's it's really strong ensemble.
Yeah,
One night, one set, nothing to save them except chemistry and really witty writing, and it doesn't take
yeah,
itself too seriously. But Tim Curry, icon, legend, plays
icon.
in that and is such a funny weirdo that yeah, I want a meal with that freak. Love him. Kind of the king
You
of
should get one, Tim Curry. You should definitely have him. What's something in your wardrobe, like a style choice that you cling to because it just feels like Cree, like you? I know the hoops. Hold my hoops. Do you remember?
oh my hoops.
You did that in an improv in a sketch. It just
I don't
reminded me.
remember that. This is another, another contribution by Lori. Yeah, I think it's kind of a East Coast Latina staple. My mom has worn hoops my entire life.
Right.
I've worn hoops since I was a kid, although they were very small. And then when you become an older person, you get to graduate to full size ones. So
To full solids.
I
It's a
seldom,
progression. You have to,
yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
steps you have to prove yourself for.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
Yeah, I'm seldom out and about without them.
as soon as you said that, I was like, she always has those
Yeah,
and rocks them, I
thank
might
you.
add. If you could pick a karaoke song, what would it be?
I hate karaoke. I everyone that loves it, like, mwah, and like I want you to have the best night ever. I think that's so beautiful for you guys. I don't
Right.
want to be there. I don't like it. I don't like to. I've never had genuine fun at a karaoke night. Now, granted, this could be because most of my friends are professional and phenomenal singers.
Well,
So that's
that
not
might,
fun. That
yeah,
might. So I'd much rather watch my lovely friends perform karaoke than participate in it. So
I
like,
get that.
huh.
Is there a song you sing at home, like when it comes on the radio or something? Like, believe it or not, I can never not sing at the top of my lungs super bass.
Yeah, I can totally see that for you. I
I
believe that
know.
immediately. I totally believe you. I mean, I guess what do I have to sing? I guess if I'm in the car, like especially with
Yeah.
my sister, when we have long drives, we do musical theater because when we're in long car rides with our mom, that is not allowed, even to this day. So that's the time. So maybe while we're on the topic of Tim Curry, like I'll never not sing anything from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Understood.
That's an
Understood.
immediate. Yeah, I'll say, the Time Warp or something. Yeah.
My other go-to, just for to bring it back to me, when
Yes.
it's all about me, I'm Annie G, is Rapper's Delight, the 17-minute version.
Oh, wow.
I know every single word.
But also, like, I do believe that. You're like,
I
believe
know you
that. And
do.
it's like, no, I believe that.
And well, you know me, I start my day with an hour and a half dance. So,
Right. As you
yeah,
should.
yeah. The last thing, if you could give one tip to an actor on how to get a callback, what would it be? Excuse me.
Don't do what you think they want you to do. Don't go in giving them what you think they want you to do or what you're supposed to do or what most of the other people going in will do. Go in doing your version of it, your genuine version of it, even if you think it might be wrong. I just worked with the director, Kimberly Senior, on a play, and she would say in rehearsals, be strong and wrong. Like make a strong choice, even if it's wrong.
Oh, I love that.
I and it's hard. Like it's not easy. Of course, you want the callback, you want the job, and we all have the notions of what they're looking for or what it says in the breakdown. And we've seen a lot of tropes and a lot of very similar characters be played in very similar ways. So, like, of course, that's in our brain. But
Yeah.
you are what you have to offer is not your reenactment of what other people's portrayals of characters are. It's what you have to offer is you. It's your charisma and your charm and your mannerisms and your way of being. And I promise all of your most of our favorite actors are not are not going into roles trying to do it how other good actors would do it. They're doing it as themselves. The only thing you really have to draw from is you as a person. So go and do it like you, do your version of it. If you have an idea that maybe isn't on the page or it seems totally wild, give it a try. As long as it's authentic to the character and it's authentic to your point of view, it'll work. And then if they don't want that, then that's not your role. It's not because to go in and sort of like, I know this is going to sound strange because we're talking about acting, but to go in and like pretend to be doing it a way that doesn't feel actually natural to you is not sustainable. Even if you get that job, that's not a sustainable model to doing good work the whole duration of that job. And anything that I've auditioned for where I went in doing it how I thought they wanted the girls to do it, never made it to that set.
Never mind.
Everything I booked has been the ones that I just said, you know what? This is me. This is how I would be in this scenario. This is what these are the ideas that are coming to me for the scene. And if you don't want it, thank you for your time. Also, this is also the last thing I'll say is I was talking to one of the casting directors on the shows that I was on after I'd booked it, which is really helpful.
Yeah, that's
And
a good.
she said, don't look at us as like the scary gatekeepers of each job because when you walk into the room, our best case scenario is that you're the person booking it. Of
Yeah,
course, we want you to book it. We're answering to somebody too. It's our job to find the solution.
right.
Of course, we want it to be you. Like, and we're not throwing things against you. We really want to help you to be the person to do it. So just trust that they're also doing a job. They have they get nothing out of wanting you to not succeed in this
Right, right,
moment.
right.
Give them your most honest ideas. Don't do it the way you think you're supposed to. And then if it's not yours and it wasn't supposed to be, and you'll find yours.
Right. I have two things to say about that. One is I always tell actors the casting director wants you to be the person. That's they you walk in there and they're
Of
like, this is
course.
it.
Of
But
course.
number two, the amount of yourself that comes through in everything you've done, Cree, is amazing. It's like every time I watch you, I'm in the character, but then I'll see something you do and I'm just like, but it's Cree. So
Right.
I think you're brilliant at bringing yourself and creating a character. And I
Thank
think that's tough. I really do. I think that you have to be as talented and as smart with their talent as you are.
you.
Because it's great to watch, and I think that's part of your I know you're very young, but you have had a very long career already, is that everybody loves Cree and they get to see you in everything you do. So
And
I am just so happy that I met you all those years ago
I'm
and
so
that
happy I
we've
met you.
remained friendly and we spend time together. I adore you. And I cannot thank you enough. I promised you it would only be 15 minutes. And here we are. So we're going to cut this into two podcasts.
Okay, sounds good. Well,
Anything you want to say? What's up?
just thank you so much for having me, Annie. You changed the whole trajectory of my
Wow.
little life that I have here, and I adore you so much. And I'm so flattered that you had me on the show. So thank
Oh,
you.
well, I adore you. And the only thing I always tell people, I do tell people two things, which I just want to say before I go. If you want a master class in acting, watch anything Cree does.
Oh
I
my
tell people that all the time. I'm like, watch her, and that's a master class. She's going to teach you more. If you're watching Cree, you will learn more about being a comedic actor than any class will ever teach you. And that's true. And number two, my help for this was turning the camera on and submitting the tapes. I always tell people that. I'm like, you can say I coached her, but really what I was doing was, first of all, having fun, an exchange of ideas, but turning the camera on. And you were just a little.
I disagree, Annie. I think,
Uh,
but teaching somebody how to be loose and have fun and just approach it that way, that's kind of the name of the game, especially, when you're young. So
yeah.
that's no small feat.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll let you go. I know you have a big day. I can't thank you enough. And hopefully, next time our conversation will be over dinner or something.
It will be. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I love you, Annie.
I love you, Cree. Thank you.